Hey yo, what is going on guys? The Super Saiyan God here, and welcome to part 4 of Resident Evil 4. You know what, I actually kind of like that. Part 4 of Resident Evil 4.
Feeble humans, let us give you our power. Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Hey, wake up.
Yay. Crawl out of one hole and into another.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Americano, see? Now what brings a bloke like you to this part of the world? Oh, hey, easy, whoever you are.
Name's Leon. Came here looking for this girl. Seen her?
What, are you supposed to be a cop or something? Nah, you don't look the type.
Maybe.
Okay, let me guess. She's the president's daughter?
That's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Psychic powers. Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's daughter in the church.
And who might you be?
Me llamo Luis Serra. I used to be a cop in Madrid. But now I'm just a good-for-nothing guy who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Why'd you quit?
Phew, policia. You put your life on the line. Nobody really appreciates you enough for it. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right? I think I might have seen a sample of the virus in a lab at the department. Do something, cop!
After you.
Now!
It's Leon. Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
You're okay, right?
I'm fine. There was a male civilian held captive. According to him, Ashley's in a church somewhere.
What happened to him?
He managed to escape.
Do you have a fix on the location of that church?
No, but apparently there's a secret passage in the village that leads there. I'm heading back to the village.
Alright, so that's a pretty long cutscene, but we did get some background on Luis Serra, and we did kind of throw it back to the old days of Raccoon City. It's probably the worst kind of outbreak, probably in video game history. It's definitely top 5. But yeah, it's always good to throw it back to the days of young Leon and, you know, running around in Raccoon City, not knowing what the fuck was going on because I was like 5 years old or 6 years old, and blah blah blah. Anyway, let's continue.
Over here, stranger.
There he is. There he is. The legend, the myth, the man himself. The merchant. I don't even know what to say about that dude. I mean, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, let me just do this first. Kind of just organize this. But yeah, anyway, that was ugly. That was an ugly combo right there. I don't know why. I just skipped over the one green herb and went to the other one. But anyway, yeah, I don't really know how to explain him. It's kind of hard as as somebody that plays Resident Evil 4, as a Resident Evil fan. What would you kind of categorize the merchant in? You know, because I was actually thinking about this. You know, he doesn't actually, you know, exist to anybody that's not the player. So zombies, anyone whoever else is in this game besides the person you're playing as, he does not exist to them. So say, you know, you had a horde of zombies and you lead them over here, and you led them over here, and the merchant was right there around the corner, which is where he is. They would just completely ignore him because, you know, they wouldn't see him. So in that case, is he real? Is he kind of like a figurative thing? Is he, what I think he is, I think he's an angel to the player, in which he only appears for the player and to help the player, by, you know, giving us guns and things like that. Essentially, he's immortal.
Got something that might interest you.
Okay, well, essentially he's immortal because...
Got a selection of good things
No,
on sale.
good things on sale, stranger. Because if, say, after I'm done buying everything I want from this guy, I shoot him, right? He dies. Then, whenever the next point he's supposed to be there, you know, he's there. Like, it's not just, alright, if you shoot him, you know, he's dead, that's it, no more merchant. You know, if you shoot him, he comes back. So, in that case, you know, I'd say he's definitely not human in terms of, you know, or definitely not mortal, you know, in terms of dying and then coming back to life and whatever. And I'm sure the developers, Capcom, didn't really think too in depth about this. Maybe they did, but, you know, they probably didn't.
Is that all?
But when you actually look at it, just make sure you sell this, all your spinels, all the ruby, you know, your pearl pendant, sell that. But keep the cat's eye. You're gonna need that. I mean, actually, after I'm done combining this, after I'm done buying what I need to buy from him, I'm gonna combine the cat's eye with the Beerstein. But, you know, I don't even know what I was saying. But anyway, the point is, I think that the merchant is an angel to the player and to the player only, and that, you know, obviously, since he's an angel, he's not mortal. That's the main point.
What are you buying?
Anyway, you can go ahead and buy the attaché case medium. It's going to give us a nice bonus room for our case and to have our items. We can go ahead and buy the rifle, which we're going to need. It definitely comes in handy. Then we're going to buy the TMP. We don't have space to put it yet, so I'm just I'm going to organize all this stuff kind of off screen. That way I don't take too much of your time. But one thing I do want to do is kind of just give it like a rough kind of, you know, a rough kind of organize here, just to kind of just roughly what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the ammo with the ammo, the health with the health, and the grenades with the grenades. So, you know, I'll do that at some point off screen. If it gets to be, you know, a little too clustered. You don't have to worry about tuning up any of these. Out of all these guns, the only gun that we're going to be keeping is the TMP. So out of all these guns you see here, the only gun we are going to have for the entire game is the TMP. The reason is you get much better guns, you get a much better shotgun choices, much better rifle choices, much better handgun choices. So you don't have to worry about upgrading them. You can upgrade them if you know, really feel like you need to upgrade them, but really you don't need to. So there's essentially no point in upgrading, you know these weapons, except for the TMP. We can go ahead and combine this. Leave your herbs open, your green herbs open. You know, just because you have 3 doesn't mean you have to combine 3 of them, you know, to make a full mixture of green herbs. Leave them open if you have the space for it, because, you know, you never know. You could pick up a red herb, a yellow herb somewhere, and it would definitely be a lot more useful to combine the green herbs with, you know, a yellow or a red herb. Here's our little introduction, our little prelude, before we open the gates to hell, pretty much. Yeah, people are just waiting for us, man. You know, zombies with axes are waiting for us. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue with this. Hopefully I don't fail this right here. Alright, we did it. Alright, so he's just gonna chill there. And, you know, there is an algorithm for this game. Oh, fuck. Got it. Alright. And I don't want to break the algorithm, so for the most part, I'm gonna try to stay up here. Alright, so for the most part, I'm gonna try to stay up here. And that algorithm is with the dynamite. If you stay up here, and you see these people running with the dynamite and crap, if you stay up here, those people with the dynamite do not come up here. You know, they just can't come up here. I don't know if they're scared of stairs, if they have like, woo, that was close. Right, so I don't know if they have a phobia of stairs, or if they just simply don't know how to walk upstairs, or maybe they're just lacking brains. I don't know what it is, but if you stand up here, the people with dynamite will not be able to reach you. Now, if you go down there and then come back up here, they will come up here and follow you. So I don't know. You pick you take your pick your poison. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use one of these, and just simply just one of them. So yeah, if you come down here and you see more dynamite people. So say you come down here and there's a dynamite person right there. Then you try to come back up here, like, oh shit, let me come back up here. He's gonna follow you right up here. And I don't know if that's just like a glitch in the game, if that's an algorithm they intentionally put into the game, but it's there. And we might as well take advantage of it. What? What? Wow, I don't know what happened there. I think like my controller just like died or something. I don't even know what happened, to be honest. I think it gave up on me. Alright, okay. I'm actually going to use a health here, just in case I don't get hit by a flying axe out of nowhere. So, if you have the option between using an egg or using an herb, definitely use the egg, because herbs can be upgraded into something greater, while eggs will always just remain eggs. Whatever they are is what they'll always be. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I think that's it for everybody that's supposed to be over here. I think that's it. Alright, so now we can move on to the next section of this, or the next area of this kind of level here, and which would be this. Now there, like most games, there are multiple strategies you can use to kind of, beat a level, and it does depend on your playstyle a lot. Certain strategies will work better for certain playstyles, while other strategies will work better for other playstyles. We can come over here and get this. The emblem left half. Now we need to find the right half. No! What the fuck? How did I not shoot that shit? Alright. Let me stop cursing, because there are children watching this video. Now I'm just kidding. This is a rated M game, so if you're a child watching this video, you're coming here for adult content anyway. So you're pretty much giving me approval to use graphic language. Alright, do I use another? Yeah, I'm gonna have to anyway, so I might as well just use this. We can kind of just blow these people away. Give us some space, give us some time, because I know there's people coming behind us. Alright. Reload, always reload. You can also shoot them when they're climbing over the little barriers to give yourself, some time to knife them while they're on the ground. Alright. So if that would have hit me, I definitely would have been a lot more pissed, because, I was shooting at him, but, because the other dude was in the way, it wasn't connecting. Alright, so let's kick. These people we can knife. Oh my, look at this, look at that, man. That's why you use a knife. It's got so much AoE, and it's, unlimited. So it's pretty much unlimited AoE, essentially. But, the only drawback is that you have to immobilize the enemy first. And then, pull out the knife. I'm kind of sick. I have a cold. I don't know. Does anyone else have a cold? I mean, it is kind of that time of year where people. It is kind of that time of year where people start getting, you know, colds and things of that sort. So I think I'm gonna take some cold medicine after this video. And also, you know, take some cough drops as well. Alright, let's go ahead. Light this dude. Fuck me. Fuck me. Alright, we got it. We got it, boys. Now, I wonder how fun it would be to do a knife run in the game. Like, I know I talked about it in the first part, and if you guys wanted me to do a knife run in the game, I would probably do a knife run in the game at some point down the line. But I wonder just how, like, fun. It would be fun, but it would also be, like, hard as hell, because you gotta come up. I would have to come up with a whole new set of strategies to use that would, you know, get the most out of the knife. So anyway, I think that's it for everybody that's supposed to be coming up here. So now what we can do is snipe the people atop the buildings. So, snipe that guy. Once again, take another look over here, make sure no one's coming. Somebody just yelled, which means that they will be here shortly, but snipe that dude. And I like how when you snipe them, like they're, not even when you snipe them, just like when you shoot them in their head, like their heads explode. Like, how does that happen? And how does your head just completely explode from a bullet? Like, I understand if it's like, maybe if it's like a shot, even if it's like a, you know, one of those huge shotguns. I don't think your head would fully explode clean off. Like your head, your neck, it wouldn't explode clean off like that. But then again, maybe it would. I know. Oh shit! I didn't even hear that. I mean, I know they have the ability to kind of knock your head off your body, but to actually, you know, make your head and your neck just explode to nothingness, that is something that I don't even know what kind of, you know, bullet can do that. So the music stopped, which generally means that there's no more enemies. But I don't necessarily kind of just, you know, drop your guard and, okay, there's no more enemies, and then, you know, kind of get fucked. Because that's what happened to me the first time, you know, I got through this level, was, alright, you know, music stopped, and I'm doing the exact same thing I did now. Alright, music stopped, that's it, that's everybody. You know, open this door, come through here, and as soon as I opened this shit, some dude was just waiting, right? He like, I kid you not, he knew I was coming through this door. He stood here waiting for me. He waited and waited and waited until I kicked this door open. And as soon as he did, he just lunged at me with an axe. And, you know, I have some pretty good reactions. So, of course, you know, I dodged it. But, you know, I almost damn near shit my pants because, you know, I thought that was it. I thought that was, you know, there were no more enemies after that. So just because the music stops doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, there are no more enemies. It just means that, technically what it means is that the enemies that know you're here are pretty much all dead. I guess we can come around and collect stuff. I like coming up this ladder because it's, look at this lighting. Like that's amazing, dude. And this was what game came out in 2005. Obviously these are updated graphics, but you know the general, like, this was there before. You know, this lighting was there before. And I always thought that was like stepping into the holy light, coming up the ladder, and becoming a god. Not really, but I always thought that was just like a cool little thing that they had in the game. Anyway, we can get the last half, or the other half. There's only two of them. The other half, the right half of the emblem. And we're pretty much good to go now. The only thing we need to do is just run around and collect more things. My throat is killing me. Definitely need some cough drops. Alright. So I guess I can tell you guys about some of this. I'll tell you about the first two strategies that I use, and these are pretty much the beginning strategies. These are pretty much what beginners do. So the first strategy I did was I came up here and kind of just shot them down. This was the first time I played the game. So I came up here and kind of just shot everybody who was coming over here. I don't think those people could jump down here, but maybe they could. If they did, I don't know. But I think, you know, this was okay, but it didn't really, you know, it's really a tight space. So you have no mobility, essentially. And I don't like having, yeah, I like being cornered, but I don't like having no mobility. So, you know, I got over that. Then I kind of figured, all right, you know, I just got to get to the highest point because, you know, that's what a sniper does. You know, you get to the highest point in the map and you just look down at everybody and just fucking, you know, go to work. So, you know, I would come up here and kind of just stand up here, look down at everybody and shoot everyone. But the problem was that I couldn't do any melee stuff because in order to do that, I would have to jump down and then jump down again and you know, get into melee range. Which I couldn't do from up here, so I was wasting a lot of ammo, and it just wasn't very ammo efficient. So that was the problem with that strategy. But you can use those if you need to. I personally, you know, don't think they're very efficient. I think they're very beginning, you know, kind of strategies. But you know, if you want, you know, ammo efficient kind of strategies, you gotta, you know, take zombies on head on. You just gotta do it. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this gate. Now, these you have to combine first. You can't just put in the left half and then put in the right half. For some reason, you gotta combine them. And I said I was gonna combine the freaking cat's eye, which I never did. So let me go ahead and do that. Put this cat's eye into this beer steed. And, that's pretty much it for this part, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I got everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it. Gotta put this in, of course. Let's go ahead and continue. Alright, so that's where I'm gonna call it a day for this part, guys. There's... oh, man. Alright, so once again, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next part. Take care.